What's up, good people? It's time for another session of that verbal cardio, man. Y'all see it, man. We back. Got my co-host extraordinaire, Water. What does water mean to you guys? Huh? What does water mean to you? Do you not value water? Do you just take it for granted? I think a lot of us do. I think a lot of us take water for granted because it's so easy for us to get it. I guarantee you, if you live somewhere where water was just like a luxury that you had to earn to get it clean, you had to earn every bath, every shower, every wash, every sip, you would look at water differently. You would be like, yo, that shit right there is what I need. You wouldn't even be thinking about cars and fancy clothes and jewelry and the latest app. You'd be like, man, I need that water. We take it for granted. We're brats. We're spoiled. Getting water is too easy for us. You know what I mean? Like it's too easy. And so we just take it for granted. We take it for granted. The vast majority of us do. We're supposed to be drinking this every day, man. We need this. We need this. Respect water, man. Best co-host of our lives, hands down. Water is the best co-host of our lives. Because without the co-host, you're done. You're done. Drink more water, y'all. If there's anything you learn from any of my podcast episodes, is that, man, Tony made me drink more water. If you say that, my work here is done. My work here on this planet is done. If you sit up here and say, man, Tony Baker made me drink more water. I respect water now. I value water a little bit more because of Tony Baker. That's life-changing, man. That's life-changing right there. Because then you start drinking water, you start getting more healthy, you start feeling better, you start looking better. You know what I'm saying? Your body is working better, you know what I'm saying? Then that translates into your family, and then it's going around, and then you can't lose. You cannot lose. Yeah, I'll be shaming y'all, man. Shame on you for taking water for granted. Shame on you. Shame on you right here. Right here, right now. Shame on you. Sorry, I'm too loud. Man, take the headphones off. Shame on you all. Anyway, man, we back. Another episode of Verbal Cardio. I got my producer extraordinaire over here, Sabrina Castro, in the building.
Yeah.
In the building. Got Amir back here on the ones and twos. He got 2 bottles of water over here. I don't know if he just set this up so I can stay off his neck or what, but, at least it's there.
Nah, I drank one earlier.
Okay.
So one finished and about halfway on the other one.
So he working on his second, was that 16 ounces?
It's in pint. 1.05 pint.
He working on his second pint, y'all. Working on his second pint. Where you at on the water, Sabrina, for today?
1 bottle down.
Okay.
Half a bottle in the car.
Yo.
I need to get another bottle because I'm going to the gym after this.
Yeah. See, we doing this.
Yo, in the middle of the night, I woke up. I don't know. It probably was like 3 a.m, and I just bodied the bottle that was right next to me as if I was on like a desert.
Okay. Yeah.
You had headphones on, but if you didn't, you definitely would have heard me. Yeah, I was.
Why was you drinking so desperately in the middle of the night?
I don't know. I don't know what I was dreaming about, but I was thirsty. It was just, and it felt so good.
Yeah.
It was the best water ever. I feel like that, like water from bed.
Yeah.
Water be hitting different. It's just so good.
Because you really wanted it. Yeah. That's the difference. That's the difference maker right there. She really wanted the water, y'all. Water, man, is the best. And I hope y'all are drinking it. Shout out to my patron saints in here live in the Chatsworth as we do this. My patron saints, my loyal passionate patron saints. I love y'all passionately in the shower. You know what it is, man. You know what's funny about the shower? Water's there. Can't have a shower without water. Even if you have a baby shower, that baby ain't gonna survive without the water. Even if you had a bridal shower, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody shower you with love if everybody's dead because they're not drinking water. Yo, Amir coming back in here with some more food. So Amir had some chips. What was it, Doritos? Was it regular flavored nacho?
He's getting it together.
Only the regular bag of Doritos. The other ones is all right.
So he had
Nacho cheese.
the nacho cheese Doritos. And in my opinion, I think the original nacho cheese flavored Doritos is the best one. Hands down. It's hands down for me. I know they got all these fancy flavors, the cool ranch and the zesty blue and the, knockout red and the, dynamite damage and they got all these different kind of flavored Doritos. But I was like, yo, man, just give me the nacho cheese and shut the hell up. For me, I feel like Cool Ranch is overrated. I feel like ranch dressing is overrated. This is nothing new. I've been saying this for a long time. If you follow me for an amount of time, I'm gonna just say randomly that, ranch is overrated. As a dressing, as a crew, though, as a record label, I feel like ranch is overrated. It's solid, but I just feel like y'all be putting too much on ranch. So I'm gonna go down the list of Dorito flavors, and I'm gonna just show y'all how none of it matters. Dorito flavors, Doritos flavors right here. So we got the flaming hot Cool Ranch. So now they was like, yo, let's take the Cool Ranch, right, and let's flaming hot that bitch up, because we know people love the flaming hot. We know hot Cheetos is selling like hotcakes. So let's take our number one, number two stunner in Cool Ranch and let's hot that bitch up, right? Nah, man, nacho over there. You got the spicy sweet chili. Is that the vegan one? Because that's when Sabrina's head popped up. So I was like, here it comes. So you got this the spicy sweet chili. I've had that. It was solid. First of all, Doritos are a good brand. But still, the nacho cheese is beating that. You got the Cool Ranch. They got a tortilla chips blazing buffalo and ranch. They always putting in ranch in there. We get it now. Mm-hmm. Doritos always throwing ranch in there. You know what this reminds me of? Not to comic book it up, but this reminds me of how Marvel recognized that, yo, Spider-Man and Wolverine are our hottest properties. How can we put them in every comic book that's out? That's what Doritos is doing with ranch. How can we put Wolverine on the Avengers? How can we put Wolverine in 7 different X-Men teams? How can we put Spider-Man on the Avengers? How can we give Spider-Man the web of Spider-Man, the spectacular Spider-Man, the amazing Spider-Man, and just Spider-Man and the ultimate Spider-Man? It's like, that's what Doritos are doing with ranch. How can we get ranch in every corner of every flavor? We got the pineapple ranch. We got the pancake syrup and ranch Doritos. It's like, all right, man. Go easy on the ranch. We get it, man. We get it. They got a Tapatio flavored Dorito. They got the salsa verde Dorito. Oh, they got avocado ranch, Sarita Houston said. They got a Jumpin' Jack cheese Dorito. That sounds good. I've never had that one. First of all, I like the package of the Jumpin' Jack cheese Doritos. It's like white, and the Doritos is like white with the black outline. The package looks dope. So that shoot, from the sound of it, that could give regular nacho cheese Doritos a run for their money, but I don't know. I don't know. Needless to say, when it's all said and done, when the chips are down, when the smoke clears, when I'm coming back around, when everything comes back full circle, ranch is just overrated to me. That could be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to stand on mine, 10 toes in it. I said what I said. Here I am. Let's see what Sabrina got over here. Oh, Simone L. with a question. Tony, if you feel comfortable answering this. Oh, wow. Okay, this is a...
Yeah, I didn't want to start with that. I wanted to start with the topics first.
Yeah, this is a...
Let's go with the topics first.
Simone L. came with a hard-hitting question. We're going to come back to that question, Simone. Good
Yeah,
question, though. I
great
ain't no punk.
question.
But, yeah, let me...
That's
I
why,
dipped into that too early.
Yeah, the questions we will hit those last
right.
because we're going to be there for a minute.
Good question, though.
Great.
Queen Elizabeth has COVID. Queen Elizabeth is what, 95?
Let me see.
Queen Elizabeth.
She survived
is
She
old.
survived the plague. She survived everything.
She
Before
did. She was here for the original plague in Europe.
She's 95, yeah.
Queen Elizabeth is 95 years old. So when they say such and which has COVID, usually we're not worried about it no more. We usually be like, oh, okay, yeah. Remember when COVID first hit and Tom Hanks was like, yo, me and Rita got COVID. And I was like, yo, man, come on, man. We can't lose Tom, man. Because it was like, we really felt like you was going to die guaranteed when COVID first hit. We were just like, no, he's in his 50s. God damn it, no. Wait, how old is Tom Hanks? Like 60?
Let me see.
Either way, we was worried about him and Rita Wilson. We was just like, no, they got it.
He's 65.
He's 65. God, no. So when he had it, he was like 63. Not Tom and his wife, man. Please, you can't do this to us. We was shook, and he came out and he revealed it to the world, and it was just like, yo, man, me and Rita got COVID, guys. We're hanging in there, you know, we're staying upbeat. No. Oh, God. No. Not Tom and Rita, man. Please. Give it to Tekashi 6ix9ine. Give it to academics.
Oh.
But don't you dare take Tom and Rita. Oh, God, no. But then it was like, all right, they good. And then Idris Elba was like, me and my wife got COVID. We was like, oh, no. Idris Elba and his wife, no, don't you bring that in here. Don't you take Idris Elba away from us, man.
Yo, shout out to his wife. Her name is Sabrina.
not Idris. It's Sabrina.
There we go.
Oh, God, no. No. He could be James Bond, goddammit. Don't you do this. We was worried about everybody that revealed they had COVID. And then after a while, it was just like, all right. But then, you know, you start worrying about the elders. That's who are really affected by COVID. So when Queen Elizabeth says, yo, I got COVID. Now we like, oh, shit, this is it. No. She's 95, man. But she's forward tough. 95 years old, you ain't no punk. 95? I graduated in 1995. I don't know what they got to do with this, but 95.
Moyo says, then Tony and Sabrina got it.
No! Not Tony and Sabrina. No! No! I forget we did have COVID.
We had it tough.
We had COVID 21, y'all. Our COVID was tough. But if you made it 95 years in the game, in the public eye, no doubt, you tough. The way you got to be making decisions for the country, tough. She is forward tough, 95 years old. She's had that same face for ever since I can remember. Queen Elizabeth been out here, man.
I
And
started watching The Crown because I wanted to know more.
yeah,
I didn't finish it, so I got
you
nothing
bailed
for you.
out. It was boring.
It was okay. Like, I'm interested in all that. Like, I'm so interested in like their whole lineage and
Yeah.
like how they came to be and like the whole history. I love London's history.
Yeah.
I don't love it because it brought us a lot of like, you know, shitty stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
They
you know what I
ruined
mean?
lives.
It did, but I mean, I'm
But-
interested in like the royal history
A lot of
because
history there.
that's crazy. London's old.
I like history, good and bad.
Yes, I'm fascinated. And
This
like,
omitting history bullshit needs
Yeah.
to stop.
yeah,
And if you feel guilty, so fucking what?
yeah.
But continue on.
I was just saying, like, especially like British history is so old. It's like,
It's mad old.
and when you're there, you're in the streets, and you're like,
Yeah.
yo. I remember one night I was walking the streets of London, and I was like, yo, this shit has been around
Man.
for mad long. This shit is
you
haunted.
just tiny in the time frame of
Yeah.
London. You are a tiny, your little 36 years of
This was
existence.
I think I had just turned. That was my 31st birthday.
Oh, even worse.
Or 30 something.
London's looking
31st.
at your age like,
Yeah,
31? Ah,
I know. And it's just looking at me. I'm looking at it like, God damn you.
man.
Like Kevin Hart. Damn.
If you put 31 years on the time scale of, you know how they always do the calendar on Key and Peele made fun of it with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
He'll do if you ever watch The Cosmos, which I am
Obsessed.
oh,
Let's use the right word.
The Cosmos on the show to get your mind around how old the universe is and where we fall within that time span as humanity. If they did it from January 1st is the Big Bang to December 31st in a calendar year, we would literally only have existed in the final seconds of the stroke of midnight on December 31st. That's how old, that's how young we are in the grand scheme of the total existence of the universe. So when you put Sabrina's 31 years old against the history of England and British shit, she's probably like going to be in like the midnight hour of, well, maybe not that, but you know, something of that magnitude. But yeah, Queen Elizabeth, funny looking family.
Yeah.
Like the older cats. Funny looking family. Let's be real. Queen Elizabeth is kind of adorable in a sense. But them men, oh.
Yeah. No, she's adorable because she's so tiny and she be doing all this like tough stuff. It's like, what are you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
You're so
But those men,
the men are
they be
rough.
large.
I think Prince Harry's he's handsome.
the kids came out all right.
No, Williams did not.
William, wait, which one is William? Is that the dad?
The youngest of the oldest of the two boys.
Wait, let me look at
Harry
these
is married to Meghan Markle.
You say he's all right.
Yeah, he's good looking. I think he's a good looking dude.
You just saying that because he's married to a half
No. I think he's look at him and tell me he's not a good looking dude compared to the rest of the family.
Wait, what's his brother's name?
William.
William. What the hell is their last name?
Prince William. They don't need a last name.
Do they have a last name?
Duke of Cambridge.
Prince William. What's his full name?
Let me see. His name is Prince William, Duke of Cambridge. They literally don't have a last name.
He's not bad looking.
We're comparing.
I'm looking at the same pic. He's not
No,
hideous.
his brother is better looking.
I mean, somebody gonna be better looking, but he's not. Look at him, though. He's not.
Nah, he's whack.
I don't know, man. I don't.
And he's kind of trash too.
Well, that's what you basing it on.
No, I'm basing it on everything compared to his brother and compared to the rest of the family.
Me personally, looking at this man, he's not hideous in my opinion. His hairline is like, man, fuck this. His hairline is out.
Let me see him with hair.
But compared to the older men in this family,
with hair,
it's not that bad in my opinion.
Oh, he was cuter when he was younger for sure. Yeah. This young man right here, like very handsome.
So
But
you basing this man on his hairline?
No, I'm basing it on his face.
That's the same face when he was young.
No,
It's just
this
he
is
had
not
more
the same
robust.
face.
I mean, you called him in a raw smile.
Raw smiles are supposed to be like, oh, look at this guy. Oh, look at him smile.
I don't know. I can't give him the hideous claim.
I was just comparing Harry to the rest of the family.
Wait, let me look at Harry again. Let me see what's going on here. See what Harry talking about.
Harry in what show was that?
What's Harry's last name, y'all?
Prince Harry.
He's no longer a prince. He was like, man, fuck this family. I'm
Oh,
out. So
then-
now he goes back to a regular name.
Ex-Prince Harry.
I need to know.
His name is Harry, Duke of Sussex.
That's
it.
literally
That's the name
on his driver's license.
on his driver's license.
All right, let me look at Harry and shit, man.
Here, Henry.
Man, Harry ain't all that more than his brother.
You got to see him in movement though. Yo, I don't know what show
This
was
is what
it?
you pumping up?
Yeah.
Sabrina being biased based on other stuff, man. I said it here first.
Personality is everything.
Personality is important.
It's everything.
But I'm just
And
going.
so me knowing how they are personality wise,
Why don't you
individuals.
admit that you basing it on more than just the physicality of the face?
Yeah.
Because I'm just going pure physical face. I don't really know these cats like
Are you
that.
smashing Prince Williams though?
Huh?
Are you your face?
Well, neither one of them getting smashed as men. They just,
His full name is Henry Charles Albert David.
David is the last name. David.
Is David the last name?
Harry David? He got two first names in this whole?
His whole name is first names.
Mm-hmm.
It was Henry Charles. What was it? Henry Charles David Henry.
It's Henry Charles Albert David.
That's all first name.
Damn. They was
And
just
then-
like names. Henry Charles Albert Steve. His name sound like a story description about a night out. It was me, Harry, Charles, Albert was there. David pulled up.
So his brother's name is William Arthur Philip Louis.
That sounds like somebody trying to play.
So it's not
charades
David.
and guess.
David's not the last name.
So his last name is Louise.
They're the last name on, but
It's Louis
They
or
don't-
Louise?
I don't know how you would. I guess it's Louis.
It's Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Louis. Or it could be Louis.
Where they from?
But I really feel like they don't have a last name. Am I tripping?
I don't know. This is
The royalty. That's their last
Oh.
name. Nita.
Mountbatten Windsor. Windsor, duh.
Windsor is their last name.
Yeah.
Like all of
Are
them.
we sure?
Batten. Yeah, I just looked it up. And everybody's been yelling it in the,
Oh, they
in
was
the
in-
chat. Sorry, chat.
My bad, y'all.
We don't be paying attention, y'all. Sorry.
And Sabrina be getting mad at me when I don't be paying attention. She don't be paying attention. either.
I was too busy looking at this whole
She was
family.
like, look at the chat. She be pulling me to the side, tough,
Yeah.
snatching me up by the collar. So it's Windsor?
It's Mountbatten Windsor.
Jesus Christ. Yo, pull up Picasso's full name. We gonna talk about this.
Yeah. Okay,
Sabrina
guys.
was putting me on the Picasso last night because I posted a video. I was like, man, look at this painting, and it was specifically that painting of the arms folded. And I was like, man,
Which I get, but I was pretty much telling Tony the importance of Picasso's existence and why he matters and like why he's such a great. I'm a personal fan of Picasso. I really enjoy his existence.
I do like his abstract because
Yeah.
there's an abstract Picasso statue in Chicago that I've always liked. It's based on one of his. I don't know if he did the actual statue itself or I like that.
Okay.
But when I saw the,
That one painting.
I
That
was
was
just like,
it is an odd Picasso.
yeah.
That one that you chose.
I was like, and then I went on the tangent. But when she filled me in on Picasso, and I don't know why I picture Picasso dying in like the 30s.
Yeah, that's another thing I love telling people, that Picasso died in 1973. Your parents were alive. You may have been alive.
My brothers were alive.
Yeah, so like Picasso's not a throwback artist at all. A lot of people always imagine him like 1800s. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
nah, he was around for the 50s, 60s, 70s. Like
I
he
felt
was
that
out
way
here.
too. It's just something about hearing Picasso be like, ah, yes, 1800s. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Nah, and there's great
Rembrandt,
pictures. And I was
Picasso.
showing Tony, like, there's so many dope
They got photos of this man on the couch with his kids.
Yeah.
Photos.
So many.
I never seen no photos.
You picture
of him.
Picasso in a painting, like holding his ear, even though it's Van Gogh, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell the people what his
So-
full name is. Peep this.
Picasso's full name
Peep
is
this.
Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno María de los Remedios Cipriano de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso.
Come on, man.
That's his full
What
name.
the hell is this?
So his last name was really Picasso.
His last name was Picasso. The last name on
Once
this
you
list
drudge
was
through
Picasso.
all of that, a community of names.
Wait, I want to try to do it one more time.
Do it again. No fumbles.
Bro, that's...
Pablo Diego José Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno María de los Remedios Cipriano de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso.
Yo, she said all that, no fumble.
That's 15. Is that 15 names?
Let me see. I'm gonna count it right now.
Yo, why they doing all this?
Whoever their parent was, they
It's-
was in there like poetry. They was like, I keep all that.
It's 14 names.
They included every member of the family
Mm-hmm.
in his name. They were like, we can't leave out Nippon and
Right.
whoever else was in there.
If I married him, I'd be like, I'm just taking Picasso, buddy.
That's all you would have to take.
Yeah, I'm not.
You
we're
ain't got
not-
to take the middle names.
Well, I don't know.
What do we know if? What is his full last name? Is it just Picasso,
I
or is
think-
it like abbreviated with like?
Well, it says Cipriano de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso, which can be all one last name.
How do you know that could just be the part of the last
Because,
name? Is it all hyphenated towards the back?
Cipriano of the Santisma, which is Cipriano of the Saint Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso and Picasso. So it's all Spanish. It's all in
Yeah.
Spanish. So everything goes together.
So his name is scripture.
Yeah.
It's a paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like if my name was Anthony Charles, who walked by the wayside, but he found his footing and
Yes.
he came back and then he dipped back to the crib to become a baker.
Absolutely.
That'd be my full name.
Imagine him doing his signature.
Oh my God.
Oh, let's see it. Hold on. I feel like his.
Oh, the
He
full-
definitely shortened it, but oh my God, he'd be in there like, "I'll get your autograph." He'd be there all day.
Man,
I
I,
like
wonder if
his
he
little-
even knew his full name by heart.
It's his
Picasso.
little signature. He just kept it
Oh, yeah,
simple.
Picasso.
Picasso.
He kept it simple.
It's a Picasso.
He probably got excited. He seems like the type that would have got excited to tell people his full name.
Yeah.
He'd
That's
be
a
like,
Jeopardy question.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's a Jeopardy
many-
episode. Just the name. And that's our episode. I'm Alex Trebek, and shout out to Alex Trebek, man.
oh, oh.
Yeah.
Nah.
Shout out to Alex Trebek, man.
Yeah, man. Picasso. Shout out to Picasso. I feel like everyone should.
I
Look
wonder
up
what
pictures.
Picasso ate on the day-to-day. What was his favorite meal?
He loved to be shirtless.
Definitely Shirley. And it looked like he didn't miss no meals.
He ain't miss no meals.
He was grubbing.
he had a baby belly. You know them little toddler bellies?
Yeah.
He would always have his little toddler belly out.
first. Toddler bellies are the best. They come in gut first.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Speaking of food and eating
Ooh,
and all that good stuff,
tell me more.
I want to tell you about Green Chef. Green Chef, guys. Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. Green Chef makes eating well easy with plans to fit every lifestyle. Whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meal, Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your preferences. We had Green Chef.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. You remember what you made?
I made. I took a picture of it.
We had it was cauliflower,
Oh, it was the orange
orange.
teriyaki cauliflower. So
Yes.
what I really liked about that recipe is that it taught me how to make orange teriyaki sauce from scratch. And so now that's what I've been doing.
Is that what you did last night?
It's not.
It wasn't.
I like took from the idea
Yeah.
of what an orange teriyaki would be, but I
Right.
made it into a lemon pepper sauce. I made a sticky lemon pepper sauce, but that's because I was inspired by what I learned from Green Chef.
Green Chef, man. Green Chef is the most sustainable meal kit. Enjoy your greens while being green. Green Chef is the most sustainable meal kit, offsetting 100% of their plastic packaging in every box and 100% of their carbon footprint and emissions. Green Chef's pre-proportioned ingredients means you'll actually reduce your food waste by at least 25% compared to grocery shopping. Because when we go grocery shopping, we getting bags. You ever go to the grocery store and they be like, would you like a bag? And you got like 89 items. You be like, fuck yes. You think I'm going to just carry this shit? But I get the question. Now because now they charge for bags. I get why they ask, but come on, man. Sometimes I just be like, just grab the bags. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I always forget my bag in the car too.
I used to buy the reusable bags. I'd be like, man, let me get this and do my part. I'm shopping every day. I'm like, let me just not. Because then I'm going to forget. I'm going to bring it in the house. Then I'm going to forget to put it back in the car. So it's just going to be a whole bunch of bags. You saw the old apartment, Bag City. I had reusable bags. I had plastic bags busting out the cabinets. So it was just like, man, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Shout out to the patron saints. We got a record number in here of attendance in the verbal cardio. Shout out to y'all. Green Chef makes cooking easy so you can spend less time stressing, this is me, and more time enjoying delicious home-cooked meals. Green Chef's pre-made and pre-measured sauces, dressings, and spices. Sorry, I put so much on that, I forgot. Spices get you more chef-curated flavor in less time. Avoid long lines at the grocery store. Green Chef is so convenient with pre-proportioned, easy-to-follow recipes that are delivered right to your door. Green Chef saves you time by taking care of meal planning, grocery shopping, and most of the prep for your week after week, so you don't. Oh, they do all the planning for you every week, so you don't have to worry about it. And I like that. That's convenient for me. And they got the diets. If you're on a particular diet, whether you're on keto or you want to be vegetarian, you want to be vegan, they have these meals pre-planned for you. And we got the vegan packages, and it was good. I enjoyed it. So, we always trying to do something. We always trying to get better and do this. And maybe, let me go easy on meat this week. Green Chef got you. They got you covered. Oops, sorry, y'all. Here's a call to action, guys. I want you to go to greenchef.com/verbal130 and use the use the code verbal130 to get you $130 off. Let me say that again because I don't think y'all heard me. Go to greenchef.com/verbal130 and use the code verbal130 and you get $130 off. Plus free shipping. Let me say that one more time, man. You get $130 off plus free shipping. When you get $130 off of anything, come on, man. $130 off, that's good. Even if it's your rent. You like, man, $130 off? Hell yeah. You doing it. $130 off a car? Yes. $130 off a plane ticket? Yes and yes. In the words of DC Urban, you got to be a goddamn fool not to get in on this, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, go to greenchef.com/verbal130 and use your code verbal130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. All right? Yeah, y'all. That's it for Green Chef. I like Green Chef, man, because I feel like I got some vegan options, some vegetarian, some vegan options. I'm like, yeah, you're thinking about us, Green Chef, and we appreciate it, and it's sustainable. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the fumbles. I got my tahir on.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
it was hard
It was tough.
because it was hard not to like
But you
do the point.
Don't be on the
You
grill.
were in the middle of an ad.
In the ad.
But right now,
Yeah, man. I fumbled tough. Fell down the steps. Fell down all the steps. But get your Green Chef on. Why not try it? It's gonna lessen the stress load in your life. So why not try some Green Chef, man? Get in on it.
yeah,
Get in on
it's
it.
good. Even if you don't make what they send you,
Yeah.
the ingredients are good.
The ingredients are good. You can remix it if you want.
Yeah, that's what we did for the second one. We just combined 2 different Green Chef recipes into one, and it was good.
Yeah, man.
It's a good time.
Get in on it. Get in on that Green Chef. Oh, it said nothing worse than Kev's noon fumble. Latoya said. Jawan Howard, former NBA player. He played in the NBA for mad long. He's a coach at Michigan. He got into a little scuffle on the court. Slapped somebody. I won't say he slapped. It was a weird hit.
It was
like
a caress.
It was like a kind of like a mush slap over the top, kind of like because he had to reach over, and then the guy he hit, it was kind of like this. It was a weird come over the top slap shove to the face. And then the kids got involved, and it was just a big fiasco. And I think he got suspended for the rest of the season.
5 games, which is the remaining of this season.
That's better than fired.
Yeah.
You got to pay the price. You can't be fighting on the court, man. And as a coach, normally the players do all the tussling.
Mm-hmm.
But the coach, wow. I'm like, coaches is wild out here. Bobby Knight didn't even do this. Or did he? I don't know. Bobby Knight was a wild boy. So he smacked him. It wasn't really a smack. What's up, Candy Bear? It wasn't really a smack. It didn't look like a smack. Because a smack to me, you're coming across.
This is in slow motion.
So to me, in the slow motion, Jawan Howard came in. It looked like he wanted to grab the dude's head like a basketball. Because he came in like this, and there was a grab of the whole head. So it came in, it didn't really look like a slap, but you can call it a slap. But it just didn't look like a traditional slap.
It was an aggressive caress.
That's like you come in like, psh. But once you come over the top, is it still considered a slap? When you coming down on it? I don't know. We got to look at the mechanics of slaps. Have you ever been slapped before?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten to.
Was it like straight across? Was it a backhand
And this
pat?
is outside of being a kid and getting hit, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I pushed it. It was a dude who did it. I pushed this dude for being disrespectful, and he went to go smack me, and he just reached my lips.
Okay,
and
so-
then I punched him.
So he got your isolated lips on the
Yeah.
slap. So you was like, and your lips jiggled a little bit on the slap. It was like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I pictured like that Ren and Stimpy SpongeBob animation where it gets super close up and then it just be like, and then Sabrina's lips was like,
Jiggly.
don't you disrespect me. And then he was like, psh, and then from then it was on.
And then, also me and my cousins, we used to slap box.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, I've said this a million times. I was one of like a million cousins, and I was the only like girl that was the same age as everybody else. So
Yeah.
I got into a few, little
Scuffles.
Yeah, with well, not my little cousins, but my cousins.
You ever been slapped by a girl?
No.
Oh.
There was this one girl, I remember she wanted to fight me. And I just sat there waiting for her to fight. But she just kept talking. I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fuck you up. I said, okay.
Yeah.
And I just sat there waiting, and then this dude was like holding her back, and I was like, "What? All right,
Right.
Like I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not that serious to me. But if it's that serious, if you need to get it out your system, okay,
Yeah.
like we can fight, I guess.
Right.
That's how
He's
I
all
took it.
casual with the fight.
Yeah, because I was just like, she really wanted to fight, and she's been talking about it for so long that I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
just
Let's
fine.
get it, man.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sick of
I
you
was
running your mouth.
annoyed.
Pull the trigger.
I was just like, I don't care anymore. It's
Yeah.
not that serious. It wasn't even for a good reason. And she probably would have slapped me, but they never let
She
her.
would have came in like that. Do you think if you would have ever have a fight with a girl,
I had fought a girl. She just never slapped me.
did she punch you?
She swung at me, but
Closed fists?
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she never got me. Again, I fought, and I had my uncle. Shout out to my Uncle Jimmy for teaching me how to box.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, I don't know. All my fights would have been different.
Let me ask you this: in that fight with the girl,
Mm-hmm.
did you grab hair?
No,
Oh, it was all boxed
I
up.
did grab her jacket to drag her
Yeah.
because she was in my car,
Uh,
and I told her, I'm gonna tell y'all the story real quick.
tell them the story. Man.
So there's this girl that I was best friends with, and I ended up finding out that she was sleeping with at that very moment, he was my ex for a day. I found out that they were sleeping together, best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out because she was texting him. I was like, oh, what'd he say? And we're all friends, so I was just like, whatever. And she's like, oh no, that wasn't him. I was like, no, that was him. Like, I just saw your phone. Like, you're weird.
Yeah.
And this was the big Nokia phone.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, nah, she made up a name of this other dude. And I was like, okay. So I'm driving her home, mind you. And I stopped the car and I was like, just for like my mind, are you sure? Like, can I see? And she's like, oh, wait, hold on. And she went to go like delete text messages. That's why I
Yeah.
deleted text messages. Very triggering. And, and so when I saw that, I grabbed her phone. I threw it out the window and I said, get out my car. Calm.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, Sabrina, it just happened. So I was like, please get out of my car.
Mm-hmm.
Calm. And she's like, no, I'm not even near my house. I was like, well, you made a stupid choice.
Right.
Now you must get out of my car.
No.
And she was like, I was like, please, I'm going to ask you one more time. And she said, no, please, let me explain. And I already knew what happened. Like she's like, it just happened. When she said it just happened a couple of times, first of all, bitch, what? Ma'am?
Yeah.
I kindly got out the car.
Mm-hmm.
I went around. I unbuckled her seatbelt. I grabbed her jacket, pulled her out the car, and I said, you gonna stay right here and you gonna walk home or you gonna do whatever you do. And she finally gets mad, gets up, goes to push me. And then so we started fighting. And I ended up punching her so hard that I broke her cheekbone and her nose. And I said, leave me the fuck alone. I got in my car. I drove to his house. This was young Sabrina, y'all. This was 19-year-old Sabrina. I was wild. I
don't
went back.
even think this is wild though.
I went back
'Cause
to
you
his
gave her
house.
plenty of-
I
oh,
gave her. I
well,
went
this
to. I
one-
went to his house.
Now we getting wild.
I went to his house.
Uh-huh.
His front door was open. I ran into the house. Didn't say nothing. I ran up to the stairs into his room, and it was like I was in the air with my fist ready, and I just started. I was like, "You stupid!" I was like, "I trusted both of you." Mind you, I've spent a lot of money on both of these people because I was that girl's first real friend out here. And so like I did a lot for her and like I helped her set up her tattoo career and all this other stuff. Listen, y'all, that day, like his parents kicked me out. Like, Sabrina, what are you doing? And I was like, well, he did this and the third. And they just weren't trying to hear it because they're like, my son. I'm like, man, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut your son up too. Her parents called me. Russian parents, heavy accent, her dad, and I'm like, I'm about to get sued because I know I left her like messed up.
Right.
He's like, Sabrina, I see what you did to my daughter. I was like, well, do you know why? And she's crying in the background here. And he's like, yes, when he came over the other day, I said, what are you doing? Sabrina's such a good friend. And the mom was like, yeah, Sabrina, I'm so sorry.
How about that?
And they were like on my side with it. and you hear her in the background like, how can you choose sides, da da da, and the mom gets on the phone. Oh, Sabrina, I'm so sorry. My daughter, you were such a good friend to her.
Yeah.
This is so disgusting what she did. I knew
Wow.
when he came to the house that, I knew something was wrong, that he
Yeah.
was in this house without you and they were by themselves and da 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 da. And I was like, yo, mom straight
Wow.
snitching.
The Russians keep it real, I see.
A buck. and they're like, just make sure this is the end. I was like, yeah, I'm not really a fighter like that. Like, I'm not gonna every time I see her it's on site. Like,
Right.
I'm not that type of person. I don't even like getting upset. I don't even
You
like
gave
raising
her a
my.
lot of time.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
take it there because I know, like, when I get there, I'm there.
Yeah.
It's blackout.
Mm-hmm.
And then they call me the next day to report what happened. Not report it like police wise, but to tell me like, oh, you fractured her nose and her cheekbone and da 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 da. Please.
Was it a fracture or a break?
It was a break on the cheekbone, fracture on the nose. Or I don't know if it's a fracture. I forgot what it was, but I know I broke her cheekbone, and they're like, please, let this be the end. I was like, yeah, it's the end. Of course, I was upset that I even let it get that far over a dude, but this was my first love. It'll never happen again.
Right.
I'm only fighting for my grandmother, for my pets. Y'all fuck with Midnight and Dapper, it's over.
I don't know, man. Midnight, I'm be like,
Oh, well,
I'm
Dapper?
be like the Russian parents. I'm like, well, what did he do? I knew he was in the wrong, so I see why you did that.
Mm-hmm. But
Shout out to her parents though. They was.
Yeah,
What would you do in their situation
if I was her?
if you were if
I
your
was-
kid got their ass kicked?
That's
What you doing as
see,
a parent?
I feel like growing up where I grew up, you have to learn lessons like that.
Yeah.
You can't, especially like I was a really good friend.
Yeah.
Like I lived in Long Island at the time. She lived in Queens. I would drive to Queens every day to pick her up, take her to work, make sure she was getting like, business, making sure that nobody was like really messing with her.
Right.
I introduced her to a whole bunch of people that would help her like, do better in what she was trying to do. I hung out with her a lot, and like I introduced her to this whole world that she knew nothing about, and that she wanted to be a part of, and I happened to be a part of it. So I was like, yo, I got you, like just stick with me. And I trusted her around my people, and everybody dropped her after that except for him, of course. And then it was just so like her and her parents were so grateful because before me she was like a hermit in the house, not really doing much. And like, oh, we came to this country, we want better for our daughter. Thank you so much. Da da da. So it's like, as a parent, I would see like, man, that's a really great friend. Like that's somebody you need. I see how this person changed your life.
Right.
And you're gonna like screw them over.
Yeah.
You might need to get your ass beat a little bit so you never screw other people over in the future.
Right.
Let this be a life lesson.
So you would tell.
Yeah.
You would be like the Russian parents.
Oh, absolutely. I'd have to be.
Yeah.
I can't always take my kid's side, and you can't always take like my ex's parents took his side tough.
Yeah.
They was like, oh, well, maybe you should have never been. I remember his dad when I was telling him like, yo, they were having sex. Like, this is messed up. And like, this was my man, and this was like my best friend at the time.
Right.
And he was like, well, you would go to skate parks all the time. I was like, yeah, because I skated.
Right.
Well, there's nothing but guys there. We don't know what you were doing at the skate park. I was like, you think it was a gangbang at the skate park?
Right.
Like all the time. There's mad kids there. Like I was a skater. I skated at the park in Brooklyn. It happens.
Right.
And they're like, no, we don't know what you did. I said, all right, bro. All right.
Shout out to the Russian parents, man.
Yeah.
And remember I asked you, I was like, yo, because that's a lot on you. Remember I asked you, like, do you have any, like, trauma attached to that, getting cheated on?
Well, yeah.
In the future, like, did it affect you even now? Because I asked you early on in our relationship, do you carry that still as far as your future and your present interactions with dating?
Yeah. I feel like I don't have that fear, that constant fear of I'm going to get cheated on.
Yeah.
Because that's no way to live.
Right.
If any of y'all have that constant fear, just heal. Just heal. And just know that not everybody is that person who cheated on you.
Right.
I had to learn that early because that is not a good way to live. It's not.
How
But
long
like,
did it take you to come to that realization that that's no way to live?
I was 19 when I got cheated on. I was probably like, what? I got married at 25, so probably like 23.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it didn't take too long.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, this ain't no way to live.
Because some people hold on to that forever. Because
Yeah,
that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Because, there's trust breaks twofold. It's not just, your man cheated on you with some random.
Yeah.
It's the double up. It's
Yeah.
Man, I can't trust friends. I can't trust lovers. So it's just like,
Yeah. And then I have a best friend that I trust with my life. I would trust
Yeah.
her with you, no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you've seen a lot of her, and I
Yeah.
don't feel some sort of way about that. I'm
Right.
not. So it's like I also don't carry that either. I don't carry that whole like you can't trust. Don't be trust. And that's funny because I posted her and you before together, and like, don't have your friend around your man. I was like, girl, I've already been through that. Like, if it happens
Yeah.
again, it's me. It's me. I don't know how to pick them, but she had. I think I was like 5 exits away from her house. Somebody asked how far did she?
She'd been all right, man.
No, she was good, and it was snowing. She'd be all right.
She'd
It was
been all
New Year's Day.
She'd been all right, 10 exits, man. 12, 15 exits. She'd been all right, man. Look out.
She would have been good.
If I'm in her situation, if I'm the friend and you find out and they say get out, I'm getting out.
Oh, I told her mad times because I
I'm
didn't
getting
want
out
that.
in the jungle. It could be snakes, tarantulas. I will walk into a spider web and stand in it. If I'm the friend, let's say me and Sabrina are, and I'm smashing her dude, and she find out.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is the scenario.
You smashing my dude?
Yeah, I'm your best
You're my
friend.
friend. Oh, yeah.
And I'm smashing her dude, and she find out. She just like, just get out. I'm getting out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, I don't care where I'm at. I don't care if I'm far from the crib. I don't care if it's. I'm gonna just stand in the big giant spider web and be like, all right, I fucked up. You right. You right. I'm not going to resist and be like, no, this is ridiculous. Wait, now hold on. We'll talk later if you want to talk to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to say. Now, if you come ask me, then I'll be like, well, it was this, it was that, and the third.
And that's the thing. When I asked her, hey, like, what did he say? Because
Yeah.
we saw him like moments before that, and we were broken up at the time. But our parents were cool with each other, so they were having like a party, a get together. So we're at the same place, and that's another thing. My parents are cool with your parents. You really like that's crazy,
Right.
and so I thought he hit her on some like man seeing Sabrina was this that and the third. You know what I mean? And like I expect them to be friends, so I gave her the opportunity. She could have lied to me right there, and I would have ate it.
Yeah.
I would have never known. She could have been like, oh, yeah, he just said that he's drunk and that, like something stupid.
Right.
It could have been anything. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, idiot,
Yeah.
asshole. But she said, oh, no, that wasn't him. I said,
And then that's when Red Flag City. Spider senses are tingling.
if you lie to me and I know you're lying to me, if I
Yeah.
ask you for something and you don't, I want to be hurt by the truth. Tell me the truth. Always.
But that's easier said than done.
No, but like, I feel like, but let me tell you, if you lie to me after I ask you about something, and then multiple times she did it, it's over for you. Like a piece of you is gonna die within me, and she's completely dead. That's it.
It's easier said than done.
At that point, I would have been like, man, I saw it. Like that's what I told her. I was like, I
Right.
saw it.
Right.
And just say, you know what, you're right. You did see that. This is what happened. You guys
I
aren't
get it.
together. You guys aren't together no more. So this is what happened.
She scrambled in the pocket in that moment.
Yeah.
She ain't know what to do. She couldn't get her feet together.
Slorita says, Sabrina, it ain't too late. Slide me the address and I'll make it easy work for both of them. Nah, they good. They good. He actually lives out here now.
Does he?
He's lived out here for forever. I don't know where, but I know it's out here in Cali. So.
Oh, is it the E, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's tough.
Yeah. It was just crazy. But no, to answer your question, I've never been hit by a woman.
That's how we got here, yo.
Yeah.
That's how we got. That's how we got all up in Sabrina's business.
Yeah.
Man. From the question of did you grab hair? Because when I see the girl fights, usually a hair grab, fisticuffs with the other hand. But not in this case.
No, my uncle taught me young, you don't have to grab hair. But also, all the fights I've been in have been with dudes. Like, I could have grabbed their hair, but... And I'm not saying this proudly. I've always had to defend myself.
Yeah.
So I have to fight dudes sometimes. They'll grab ass or touch you inappropriately or say something crazy. Sometimes you gotta swing. And if I had to get swung on and got knocked out, then that's so be it.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna touch me.
There it is, y'all. And I see people in the pages saying, don't mess with, you know what I'm saying? If Sabrina ever hits me, we're done.
Oh, yeah, I would never. Well, that's different. If you
We're
touch
done.
me, I'm going to be like, ooh, Zaddy.
You
Are you touching me? you have permanent permission. But I mean, inappropriately.
Yeah.
Grab ass and that shit ain't cool.
I've never been hit by a lover before. But I'm pretty sure, knowing the way I'm set up, I'd be like, oh, but you hit me.
I've had to break free from somebody before.
Yeah.
That's kind of, is that the same? It was like, they had me like this.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? I had to push them off me.
Was it like in the midst of a fight? Holding you?
Yeah, wouldn't let me leave.
Yeah.
I had to fight my way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And still called me. I was like, I punched you. Like,
Yeah.
no, this is not, no.
Yeah.
I don't do toxicity. I'm so sorry.
Some people be like, man, we ain't fighting. It ain't real. Shut up.
Yo, somebody told me that once.
Yeah. People really be believing that.
They really do. I was like, oh, I don't argue. If I'm in a relationship and we argue like 3 times, I might be out.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know me.
Mm-hmm.
If it's too many fights, I'll be like, look, we're not going to keep doing this if we done. Because,
Yeah.
Nope.
We don't do fights over here.
Nope. And especially like the way my heart has been destroyed
Oh,
lately.
yeah, especially now.
There, I have no room for nothing. And just be like, look, I done sat here through the worst thing I could ever imagine.
Yeah,
Nah.
we're not about to argue.
Nope. Nope. The Kanye documentary is enjoyable. I watched the first episode, and I know, y'all. I know. Kanye is getting on our nerves. I know. He's getting on everybody's nerves. He cutting up. It's a lot going on. I feel like Kanye is shoved down our throats wholesale. It's just always Kanye did this. Kanye said that. Kanye couldn't go to his kid's birthday party. Kanye said this. I watched the documentary. The documentary is really good. It's really good. And this ain't no typical, how documentaries will just give you pieces of stuff that you already knew about somebody anyway. This documentary is actually footage from years ago. Like, damn near the day-to-day shit that Kanye was recording. This is like, yo, man, I know I'm not a celebrity or like a huge star, but let's just do a documentary. Come with me everywhere I go. That's what it really feels like. And I feel like, yo, and I don't know about y'all, but I loved Kanye when he first came out. I loved this dude. I was like, yo, this dude is a breath of fresh air. This dude right here, he's not all thugged out. He's not Mr. Tough Guy. He's not wearing a bulletproof vest. He's not talking about, I sold this much drugs. I do this, I do that. He was like a dude the majority of us can relate to as young black men. Like, newsflash. Not all of us are dealing drugs. Not all of us are in gangs. Not all of us are this pimp-matic, pimp mode ladies man with the pistol in our back pocket. A lot of us are just like regular cats out here, on the day-to-day. And so Kanye, was that breath of fresh air. And then, there were other MCs like Kanye in terms of just like regular guys. But it was just like, yo, this dude right here, it was his regular name. It's like Kanye West. We was just like, we was all in. The music was dope. And we was all in on his story. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he first popped beyond just a producer, it was just like, yo, he rapped too? And you hear Through the Wire and he's rapping with his mouth wired shut. You just like, yo. When you first hear, you just like, oh, he sounds interesting. Then you like, no, he's rapping because his mouth is wired. You like, oh shit, this is dope. And you see footage from this documentary back then in the Through the Wire video, and it's just like, so now we're going through the day to day on seeing how Kanye made it from just a producer to producer rapper. So now it's like, we was all on board. We was like, yo, he dropped College Dropout. We was like, yo, this album, I couldn't stop listening to it. And you couldn't wait to what he dropped next. And it was like, yo, Late Registration. And then Graduation. It was just like, yo, this dude. And when he went against 50 Cent, I was pulling for Kanye West, 100%. Because 50 Cent was getting on my nerves. And he still does. But it was just like, yo, this is amazing. And we all know Kanye was full of himself, but it was just like, that's what you need to get your dreams acquired, because ain't nobody gonna believe in you like you believe in yourself. We bought into that. But then there was a couple of times I'm like, all right, Kanye, just relax. I'm like, nah, man, like you made it. You made it already. College Dropout is triple platinum. You sold 800,000 copies first week on Late Registration. You can chill. You're here now. You don't have to keep, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna listen to this. And he was like, hey, all right. Yeah, you love yourself. Either way. So I'm watching the documentary, and the documentary to me is beautiful. It's a beautiful documentary so far. It's only one episode up now. I'm waiting for more. Because it's really showing you his process to get on. And then, the footage of him and his mom, it's beautiful to see, because I always liked their relationship. I always liked how close he was with his mom. And like, his mom was an educator. His mom felt very familiar to me, like a black woman from Chicago. Y'all got to understand, I grew up in Chicago, South Side. He grew up on 78th and South Shore. I lived on 73rd and Bennett, which is super close to South Shore. Like, where I lived is in the South Shore neighborhood. Like, I grew up on 79th in Champlain, 75th in Indiana. So it was like, this cat is from where I grew up. And Common was too, but it was like Kanye felt, because even though Common never been on some, Common had, gang affiliations, and like, you knew Common was from the streets, even though he was about like, hip hop and like, love and this, that, and the third. Common always had a street edge, and he wasn't no bitch, and he was tough if he needed to be. But Kanye just felt like a super regular dude. You know what I mean? And so seeing the relationship between Kanye and his mom, that was familiar energy to me. Me and my mom were like super close. And like, I grew up with black female educators. That was my familiar ground right there. Growing up in Chicago, I had 2 white teachers my whole, from kindergarten through, let's say, 8th grade, right? I had a white kindergarten teacher. I had a white first grade teacher. And then one of my teachers from 8th grade, because 8th grade, 7th grade, that's when we started switching classes. So Mrs. Fetch was like another white teacher. Everybody else was black. I had one male black teacher named Mr. Bishop, who played 0 games. And I only encountered him because I had to go to summer school at a different school. All my teachers were black women. So to see Donda West, that was familiar energy to me. Like, a black woman. Black women, they were in my life heavy. From the women in my family to the educators. It was like, that's why, you always see me like, uplift and praise and support black women, because that's what I grew up with. So it was just always like, man, black women, man, y'all dope because, and I mean that because that's who impacted me the most. And, you know, not to say dudes come in, "Ooh, yeah, no male presence. You need the male presence too." I'm not saying you don't need male presence as well. That's just dumb. I'm just saying, you know, I have a father. I have, older brothers. But we're not going to downplay the importance of the black female energy and experience and education and love and sturdiness of black women. You know, just to make it gender equal, or you know what I'm saying. I don't need that in my life, really. I feel balanced. Um, I don't feel like I lean towards either side. You know, I'm not hyper masculine dude to where it's just, and I don't want to, toxic masculinity is overused now. It's like, but I don't feel hyper masculine out here with, man, you ain't gonna cry, you ain't gonna do this, you're a man and you're gonna build stuff with your hands. I can't even build shit with my own hands. You know what I'm saying? That's not making me less of a man because I can't do manual labor good, but you know, but I grew up with that good balance. I grew up with, I know black women are strong. I know they're educated. I know they're powerful. I know they're independent. And I already knew that from a male perspective because of my dad, so I had that good balance. But seeing Kanye and his mom, it was that familiar energy with me. It was just like, yo, you been time stamping, by the way, Sabrina? Uh, Sabrina over here. But that familiar energy, I missed that with Kanye and his mom. When she passed, I was really hurt. Like I was like, man, dog, because he always talked about his mom in records, and like I knew they were close. And I was just like, damn, man, his mom died. Like that hit me like I lost somebody. I was like, damn, man, I hope he's okay. Like I was really like praying for this guy and hoping for the best, and doing all this. I was just like, man. And then I really felt like he dove back into work too quick. Like he was touring, he was making. I was like, man, did he properly mourn? And now on the flip side of that, I know people look at me like that now. Like when I lost Serene, it was like, man, you already back on the road? Are you okay? And like for me, I needed that. I needed to go back into what brings me joy in dealing with a loss like that, which I'm still dealing with, over 6 months later. It's like, it's still like I'm still dealing with waves of grief that'll probably never leave me. And I'm dealing with like those issues. But the work is actually like, oh man, thank God I'm doing this. It makes me feel better. But so now I get why Kanye probably did what he did. But what I also see with Kanye is that huge void. Like seeing Kanye navigate in the world of rappers and hip hop, and like, you got to be cocky, you got to be sure of yourself, you got to be this, you got to be that, you got to prove yourself to these people. Like, I got to prove myself to Rockefeller that I am worth being a rapper, producer. I am worth you signing me as an artist outside of making beats, And then to see him go to his mom's place and talk to her one-on-one, his energy was different. His energy was like calm and like, you could tell they really had a good rapport back and forth. It was just like, man, dog. And like being around a woman that raised him and knows him beyond entertainment, beyond hip hop, beyond whatever that is, and just looking at Kanye as a human being that she raised, it was just dope to see that exchange. And I could tell he had a lot of respect for her. He wasn't talking to her crazy. And, the cameras were rolling, but you could just feel an energy. And I'm pretty sure she wasn't gonna play that shit if he did talk to her crazy. She didn't strike me as that type. She was always smiling, and she also instilled in him, confidence and assurances and positive reinforcement, and like she knew the words to his rhymes, and I was just like, man, this shit is touching, man. So even though Kanye might be getting on your nerves or you might be sick of him, if you can separate the Kanye now and go into this documentary and just look at certain aspects of it. And it may even instill power in you to really, strive for what you want in life and like, go for yours and be confident in who you are, but also just see Kanye as a human being and see, that family interaction that's very important to everybody. And I was just like, man, this is really good. And then I was waiting for more. I was just like, man, this is really good. And I was able to just distance myself from the Kanye of now, and just look back at it. He's about to have you crying. My bad. But I don't know. It was just it was a powerful thing to see, and I was just like, damn, man, this is really dope. And to see his mom recite the rhymes of one of his songs, and she was damn near dead on, and then he was listening. He was like, yeah, and this is what I was saying. I was like, man, this is a very dope moment right here. It wasn't like she didn't put off his dream aspirations as like, that little rap you're doing. I don't really, she was fully invested. And, you could tell she had that, if you like it, I love it type of energy when it came to her children and what they pursued. And that's how it was with Serene. Like, Serene would talk to me about rap, aspirations. Serene would call me and I would be on the phone with him for a while, and he'd just be like, yo, I got this going. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm like, yeah, man, you can do it. He would always hit me up about Instagram posts and like, I want to get my Instagram popping. I'd be like, yo, all you have to do is be consistent. Do this, do that. I tell him all the time, don't overthink it. Post it. Be consistent. I was like, yo, you don't post enough. The only reason you shouldn't be posting that much is because you're already a star, you're already on, then you can slow down on your posts. I used to tell him all the way, I'd be like, yo, you just had to be consistent. And like, as far as your raps, keep rapping. The more you do it, the better you'll get. Don't worry about everybody else, just keep rapping. And he was improving. He was getting better as a rapper. It was just like, yo, like that track they played at the Staples Center.
Man, so good.
He was barred up.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, yo. And that's what you got to do. You got to, listen to your kids. Just be there. And if you don't have the advice, because you're not familiar with where they are, you don't have to force the advice. Really just listen and take it in and throw in ideas when you can. Because sometimes we kind of overdo it and I want to be the coach. I want to be this. And you're not really mindful of the environment that they're in. Just be a good ear and just be like, yo, if you really do have a good idea, throw that in there. Maybe you could try this.
Yeah.
And I thought that was dope to see in the documentary. I recommend everybody just check it out because I know in the group chat, in the Real Comedians group chat, Jason was like, yo, this Kanye documentary, but everybody else was like, man, we sick of Kanye. And then I came in and was like, yo, it's really good. I know you're getting on y'all nerves, but watch it.
I do want to say, I want to go to circle back on what you were saying about being a supportive parent. Always know that your kids might know something you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And especially with the way that technology and like just making money is moving these days. Like you can make money off of the most randomest things, and don't be stuck in an old school mindset thinking that, you need to have a certain job or, have certain things in order to be successful. That's not the case anymore. Because I know there's a lot of parents out there that probably were like, social media, what are you talking about? And like, try to downplay their kid or kill their kid's dream. You need a 9 to 5, like a regular one, work in the office, and now look at all these social media stars, millionaires, just posting.
Tough.
Just posting. Literally. Started with Vine. So just know that your kids know something that you don't know. Most likely know something you don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of parents that are like, what are you talking about, crypto? What is this? You know what I mean?
That's me. I don't know shit about crypto.
So it's like, also listen to your kids' dreams with an open mind, even though you may not know anything about it.
Right.
What was the last thing you said? Yeah.
Watch the documentary.
No. The literal last thing you just said. There's something else I wanted to
Should watch
add
the
on to that.
documentary.
And as far as like people being sick of Kanye. Like, so
Oh.
you remember when back in the day when he was ranting a lot and people were like, man, I'm sick of his rants and da-da-da.
Yeah.
But when I went back to listen to his rants, all of it made sense.
Yeah.
He knows that he's a star, but he doesn't have to be harassed the way that he was harassed at like back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's what he would be ranting about. Like, yo, just leave me alone for a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hate the whole like, well, this is what you signed up. No, he signed up to make music. He did sign up to be a star, but we can't always be like, you no longer are human or
Right, right.
deserve rights of a human being
Right.
because you chose to follow
you
your
chose
dreams.
to be the biggest musician ever.
Yeah.
This is what comes with it. But
And-
at the same time, you got to allow the human to react to the bullshit
Yeah.
y'all throw at them.
At the end of the day, he's human. He is a human who lost a huge chunk of his life, his heart, his peace of mind, and so of course he's going to go through the things that he goes through, and he's not all there. So we also have to give him a little bit of, even though it's crazy and it sucks, because he's annoying a lot of times, but we have to give him a little bit of like leniency and allow a better insight on who he is by watching the documentary.
Yeah.
And sometimes listening to him. I think my favorite clip, even though I know that the person was talking to like Kim K, my favorite clip is when him and Kim are walking by a restaurant and somebody was like, "You got no talent." And he goes back to the person and says, "I'm Kanye West. It doesn't make any sense."
Yeah.
And like people made a big deal about it. But it's like, if the dude was talking to Kanye, it
Right.
really doesn't make any sense.
Right.
You can't, just because you don't like, even though I'm sure they were talking to Kim, even if you didn't like the music, it's Kanye West.
Right.
The man is talented,
Right.
irregardless.
Just because it's not your cup of tea, you can't say somebody doesn't have talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of musicians out here that I'm not a fan of. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, you don't have talent.
Right.
You know how many heavy metal cats that I do not listen to, but I'll be like, man, they can play the guitar. They playing the drums, they doing this shit. I respect it. That's talent. It's just not my cup of tea on the listen to tip, but you can't take the talent away, man. Come on, man. Come on. But anyway, yeah. Just check out the documentary to get back to Kanye's humanity. You know what I mean? If anything. If you want to. You don't have to. But all right, y'all. I'm sorry I didn't get to this question, Simone, but we're gonna make sure you save these.
Yeah, this is saved.
For the next time. And Tanisha Turner, I appreciate it. You say this is my dope moment. Your podcast in general, always my serenity. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Sabrina. And thank you, Bakery. That's what's up. That's why we're here. But anyway, let me get the hell out of here. I didn't know there was a time constraint. My bad. So I want to thank the patron saints. I want to thank you listening and watching. And I appreciate you guys. Make sure you share, spread the word about verbal cardio. And we're going to hit y'all. I ain't even got time to get to the movie review because I didn't know. Shit. So I'm going to have to figure something out. But anyway, all right, y'all.